Hello, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, sirs and madams. This is Fidelius here, going to give you the first little preview video that I'm going to do for the foreseeable future anyways, for the Guild Wars 2 open beta events. Each time they have a new one, I'll hop in and take a look at whatever new stuff they are letting us test out, and do a little video for you guys. So hopefully you'll stick with me here, and if you have any questions or anything like that, by all means shoot me a comment below. But let's go ahead and kick this off here. For the first video that I'm going to do something pretty simple that I'm sure a lot of people are interested in, which is the character customization options in Guild Wars 2. I do want to point out though that as of right now, in this particular open beta event, only 3 races are available to choose from: Char, Human, and Norn. These 2 are not as of yet. So whenever those become available, I will give you a preview of those as well. So let's go ahead and kick this off here. We'll just do Char first. We'll do male, and I'll show you both male and female options. I'll just briefly go through the female after I go through the male, since they're pretty much the same, just of course look a little bit different. But as you see, as soon as you begin, as soon as you pick your race, you get to pick your class. Each class, of course, has the different backgrounds, as well as giving you a little preview of the armor sets that you could potentially get at some point in the game. So you got the Elementalist, Warrior, Guardian, Engineer, Mesmer, Thief, Necromancer, and Ranger. And I'm sure you guys are all aware of the classes, because if you're watching this video, you already have a huge interest in Guild Wars, and I'm pretty sure you've already looked into it. So I won't even bother going into all that. I'll just go ahead and pick Engineer, because I like all of the moving stuff in the background. So let's go ahead, and as you see, we're only at 4 of 10. I'll go through it with one character to show you the different options, because what you're going to do is on page 4, as you see that we're at right now, you'll actually get to build your character background. It's actually pretty nifty, and I've already created a character, I've already played a little bit, and so I'll show you a little bit of that. But as you see right off the bat, you start with body features, and you get the height as usual, and you'll see there are a lot of slider bars, especially compared to Guild Wars 1, which I don't even remember them having. So there's your first one, is off of height. Next one is physique, and of course, let me turn off the armor here so you can see everything better. You get to choose the physique of your character. And then for Char, and every single race obviously has specialized stuff that other ones do not, and of course Char is fur. You get to choose your fur design, or fur pattern, I guess I should say. I thought that was kind of nifty. And of course you get to change the colors. Looks like you can actually change both. Let's go to a better one here. Well, you can see the little stripies on the side, but let me go to one like this. There you go. So you see you can change each individual color, which is kind of cool. And on the head options, first one of course is hairstyle and color. And also you'll notice that below here you have more radical or crazy colors, vibrant colors. What those are is, if you find, and it's really, I think this is the only one I found so far on Char, if your character has anything in the hair, headband, hair dresses, things like that. As you see all the way right here, these little threads or wires, whatever you want to call them, that's what changes color, as you see there. So if you have a headband on, for example, humans, I'll show you in a bit, they have the headbands, you can actually change the colors and everything. It's pretty nifty. But yeah, other than that, it's just all the different hairstyles, of course the different faces, and definitely the horns. And then you'll go into the more defined details, and this is where, as you see, all the slider bars I was talking about pop up. So you get the eyes, the muzzle and nose, or snouts, and then of course your ears and horns, as you see there. Alright. Now the last thing you get to do in the appearance portion anyways, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Turn the armor back on. You actually, and this is your starter gear, by the way, you'll see for each class. This is it right here. But what you get to do is choose right off the bat your colors for your gear. And I cannot stress enough how excited I am about that. I think that is absolutely badass. You know, in the first one, you were extremely lucky to find a dye drop anywhere, anywhere near the beginning of the game. So right off the bat, you get to choose what colors you want, and with the colors and then all the different sliders, there's about a 1 in a million, if not even more, chance that you'll see someone that's exactly like you walking around, which is one of the biggest things that I like about this game. And I also want to mention, and I'll show you in a different video down the road here, I'm pretty sure, at least it's how it is in the beta, I don't know if it'll stay that way in the full game, you actually get dye sets. And as you'll see, like I said in a later video, that stays with you. You can go in there and you can change your colors at any time. So like I said, I don't know if it'll stay that way or if they're just doing that for the beta, so we'll see. Anyway, so that's all there is for appearance, all the different options. And then like I said, from here you go into building your character background, which we won't do right this second. So let's go back really quick. And that's really the only one I'm going to go in that detail of, so I'm just going to flip through all the other ones here. So again, physique, fur, the different head options, hair, face, horns, and again, slider bars, and then again, there's the dyes. So let's swing over to humans. Again, as you see here, obviously no fur colors. But if you go into head options, they have, of course, their face, hair, which human males get about 3 pages. And I think both the male and female, so quite a bit of options. And then, of course, all the different facial hairs. We'll go with the Orlando Bloom look. Oh, and I do want to point out, for not just the guys, but maybe the ladies out there, there is a David Hasselhoff option, as you see there. So, you do got that going for you. But if you go on, again, here's all the sliders, eye colors, and as you see here, we also have 4 options to go with instead of the char only have 3. And then again, there's the armor dyes. And we go back, switch over to female. Again, height, physique. Personally, I like the more voluptuous women myself, so we'll go ahead and leave it at that. Not that I'll be playing one, but for all those dudes out there that want to play chicks characters, hats off to you. I prefer a male character, so, and especially since, as we all know, there are no real ladies on the interwebs. That's just a urban myth. It's all dudes. So again, you have all the different hairstyles, and you will be glad to know that the female humans do not have facial hair options. So you do got that going for you. And again, slider bars, and again the armor dyes. So let's go back. And the last one we have available now is the Norn, the ladies and gents from the north. And again, sliders, physique. They get the option to choose their tattoos, which I thought was pretty badass. And again, you can choose the colors of the tattoos, and actually I think the white looks pretty kick-ass. And you get all the different options to choose from there. That's pretty cool. And then again, we go into the head options, choose your face, your hair. Here's a good example I was mentioning earlier. So he's got the headband there. You can go in there and you can choose the color of the headband. It's pretty cool. And again, facial hair options, all the details, and again the armor dyes. And you'll be happy to know that the women women Norn also have the tattoos, which I thought were pretty cool. And there's our full body, as you see, it's down there on their shins and ankles and stuff, which was pretty nifty. And then again, we have all the head options, faces, hairstyles, and this one again, big giant headband you can change the color of. Again, slider bars and the armor dyes. So all in all, we have a lot of options to go through for choosing a character, which I absolutely love. Oops, went back to my other character there. So let's go ahead and almost create one. I'm not going to go all the way through, but just to show you a little bit, so we'll leave that. So again, like I said, after you choose your appearance, you're going to go through choosing your character background, and actually develops an entire story. And then once you're done creating your character and you go in the game, there's this whole intro video that takes the options that you chose, puts them in the video. It's actually really badass. So for the engineers here, you got the monocle, the eyes, and the multi-tool. You go through here, and then here you choose, you know, your good qualities for your character there, and then where you were raised. We're gonna go raised in the streets, and then one of your biggest regrets. Now, I do want to point out every race's options here are different. I know for a fact that Char get to choose their war party or something. I can't remember the exact wording, but something along those lines, so it's actually pretty badass. But we're going to go ahead and choose that I missed the opportunity to be in a circus. And then you get to choose who you got blessed by, and then you'll see your customized story there, and this is where you're going to, you know, type in your name and go from there. And I have seen people in game, and I'll show you here, you can do first and last name with a space, which I thought was, again, pretty badass. So let's go back, just so I can show you a couple of different options when you're actually going through. So for example here, and this is just your starting gear you get to choose. So here you get the pauldrons or the helmet for them. Warrior, go through. Again, this is helmets, pauldrons. Elementalist was the little crystal that floats on their forehead, as you see. Changes there. Rangers get to choose their pets, as you'll see here. And again, each race has different pets to choose from. The Norn actually get a wolf, and the Char get a giant scorpion-like guy there. Necromancer get to choose their face paint. As you see here. And Thief is another good one I actually liked a lot. You get to choose their headgear, so you got the mask, you have a headband, and then you have the hood, which I think is my favorite there. Let's go back, and then the last one we have is the Mesmer, and they actually get to choose their face mask. And you know what this reminds me of, for all of you slightly older folks out there watching this, you know what this reminds me of? The Three Ninjas. So you know, you got Rocky, Colt, and Tum Tum. There you go. And that is pretty much it for creating your character. And like I said, we do not have these two to choose from as of right now. So that will be another video whenever that becomes available. So from here, I will leave it at that, and I think the next video I will go ahead and actually create the character and, you know, let you see a little intro movie and maybe a little gameplay. Alright guys, take care.